ChatGPT can be an absolute game changer for marketers and writers, but if you don't use ChatGPT efficiently, it can just as easily waste your time and sabotage your results instead of saving your time and improving your results. If you've ever struggled with getting outputs from ChatGPT that are boring, robotic, or just plain bad, you're probably missing out on some of the tricks that I'm going to show you right here in this video. My name's Alex, I'm a digital marketer and freelance writer, and I've been using AI writing software like ChatGPT since long before ChatGPT came out. I actually started using some of the first commercially available AI writers back when they were much more limited and much more difficult to work with, and even then I was getting good outputs. And now, of course, with ChatGPT and other conversational AI chatbots, it's generally much easier to get high-quality outputs, but it's still just as easy to get bad outputs if you don't use the correct type of prompts and if you don't know how to adapt when you don't get what you're looking for. So if you want to learn my top 3 ChatGPT writing hacks that can potentially 10x your speed and efficiency, watch this video all the way through to the end, subscribe to the channel, and if you want a free copy of my personal ChatGPT prompts list, which looks like this, follow the first link in the description of this video or the pinned comment. It'll take you to a landing page where you can sign up for my email list, and once you're on my email list, you will automatically receive access to my ChatGPT prompts list. And right now, there's a little over 20 prompts on the list. Some of them are multi-part prompts. There's lots of explanations of how to use it. There's tutorials, and I'm always adding new prompts to the list and improving them as needed. So I recommend going to File and Add Shortcut to Drive right here. Or if you want your own copy that you can edit, you can go to Make a Copy, or you can just bookmark this Google Sheet. And if you want to use it in Excel or a different software, then you can just go to Download and download it in whichever file format you prefer. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's dig into the tutorial. All right, now my 3 top hacks or tricks or techniques that I use to get high quality outputs from ChatGPT and to quickly improve any lower quality outputs that I get are using an initial prompt so that I let ChatGPT know from the beginning exactly how I want it to write, using detailed prompts so that ChatGPT knows exactly what I want it to write, and providing ChatGPT with concise, to the point feedback and criticism if I want it to rewrite or improve anything before moving the text to Google Docs or Grammarly so that I can fine-tune it on my own. And I actually used that exact process to write the script for this video. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you probably know that I don't script most of my videos. I kind of like to just make an outline and then go off the cuff because I find that feels a little bit more natural for me. And also that way I can add more details as I go. Also, when I'm doing software tutorials like this, the software doesn't always do exactly what you want it to every time, so sometimes I have to kind of improvise. But for this one, I did use this process to write a script, which I'm not entirely following, but I am using parts of it. And if I'm using ChatGPT for writing, now I also use it for research and a few other purposes, but if I'm writing with ChatGPT, I always start with an initial prompt that tells ChatGPT exactly how I want it to write. And for this project, I started with a modified version of my copywriting initialization prompt, which you can see right here. And if we go back to my ChatGPT marketing prompts spreadsheet here, this prompt is called the copywriting voice and tone prompt. It's currently at number 23 right here. And you can see in the prompt itself that there are a number of variables in square brackets. And for best results, I recommend replacing all of these variables with whatever information applies to your use case. But in some cases, you can also just remove the variable if you don't want to use it. And basically, this is just a very thorough prompt that tells ChatGPT exactly how I want it to write, which is using concise language, no fluff, no pointless filler words, no imprecise language. And I've tested this prompt a number of different ways. This is the best version that I've found so far, but I will likely continue iterating on this. And this is really the most important ChatGPT writing hack, because if you don't start with a prompt like this and you're just using standard ChatGPT, you're not using a custom GPT or something, then you're going to get just generic ChatGPT output, which if you're not a professional writer, you might not notice a lot of things wrong with ChatGPT's generic output. But if you are a professional writer, you'll very easily notice how it tends to break a lot of the rules that we as professional writers are trained to use. And so if you are then publishing that content or giving that content to your clients, first of all, they're going to be able to notice very easily that it was written by ChatGPT. And second, it's not going to perform very well because there are reasons that professional writers are trained to write using precise language, using concise language, not using a lot of fluff, not using a lot of filler. We're trained to write that way because when you write very concise and precise content, it's easy for people to read, it's more engaging, and it's more likely to get people to follow you, to get people to click on something, to get people to make a purchase. It's just more effective at accomplishing all the goals that we have when we're writing something for a business. And so it's really important that you prompt ChatGPT to write like a professional writer. And what a lot of people will do is they'll just use a prompt such as write this from the perspective of a professional copywriter, or write as if you are the best copywriter in the world. And that might help a little bit, but it is not going to have the same impact as using a very precise, explicit prompt like this one. And again, this prompt template is right in my ChatGPT marketing prompts list, which you can get access to by following the link in the description. The second ChatGPT writing hack is to use precise and detailed prompts when you're asking ChatGPT to write something for you so that it knows exactly what to write. So in the first prompt, the initial prompt, we told ChatGPT how we want it to write. And then in the next prompt, once ChatGPT has indicated that it understood our initial prompt, we're going to use a very detailed prompt to tell it exactly what we want it to write. So in the case of this video script, I could have just said something like, write a 10-minute script for a YouTube video talking about ChatGPT content writing hacks. And I did say that as part of it, but I also said a lot more. Now let's read through this prompt really quickly, and I'm going to break down why I said a lot of the things that I said. So first of all, I said, write 5 title options and a 10-minute script for an engaging YouTube video on the topic of ChatGPT content writing hacks. So this provides ChatGPT with the topic of the script that I want it to write. It gives it an approximate length that I want the script to be, and it lets it know that I also want some titles. And you can do the title writing separately. Personally, I just like to roll it all into one. That part isn't really important, but giving it the context of how long I want the content to be, and also the platform that the content is for. It's a YouTube video, it's not a blog post or a social media post, and the topic is really important. You want to get that out first. Then I go into what I want the copy to actually look like. So I say start with a powerful hook, because the hook is one of the most important things in most pieces of copy, but that's especially true for YouTube videos. And then I said, introduce me and my channel, Lover Fighter Writer. Now in my initial prompt, I had already told ChatGPT my name, so it knows who I am and what I do. And I just included the name of my channel there. And then I said, with a CTA to subscribe and keep watching. So basically just start with a really compelling hook, and then do a quick intro for me and include a CTA to ask people to subscribe to the channel and keep watching. Again, standard YouTube stuff, but if you don't ask for this, it won't necessarily put it in. Then I say, list the main points that will be covered in the video, and I give ChatGPT those points. I say the 3 hacks are: 1, use an initial prompt to let ChatGPT know exactly how you want it to write. 2, use a detailed prompt to generate high-quality content, aka let it know what you want it to write. And 3, use short prompts for broad corrections and move to Google Docs/Grammarly for specific corrections and improvements. And then I just added provide a final CTA at the end. And this is really key because ChatGPT is actually capable of writing niche, nuanced content, but it'll only write the specific niche, nuanced content that you want if you give it enough context. So in this case, I wanted to make a video about 3 ChatGPT writing hacks, but if I didn't tell ChatGPT which hacks I want it to write about, I could have generated this 1,000 times and I wouldn't have gotten the script that I want. So although you can rely on ChatGPT to have a lot of knowledge and to use its existing knowledge base to write tutorials and things like that for you, if you want it to use your unique insight and your methodology, then you need to provide that for it. You don't necessarily need to go into a ton of detail, but as long as you give it an overview of what you want that to look like, it'll generally do a decent job of drafting the text, and then you can use follow-up prompts or edit it yourself in order to really tune it up and make it into the piece of copy that you want. And of course, the third ChatGPT hack is using short, specific prompts to create broad corrections in the text and move to Google Docs or Grammarly for specific corrections. So what I mean by this is that if ChatGPT writes 3 paragraphs of text for you, and there's 1 or 2 small errors in there that you want it to change, it's not really worth having it rewrite the entire thing to correct those, because you can do that much faster by yourself in Google Docs or Grammarly or something like that. On the other hand, if there are a lot of errors or if there are broad sweeping problems such as ChatGPT using the wrong tone of voice or something like that, then you're going to want to provide it with specific corrections so that it can rewrite the content in a way that is not going to take you a long time to edit on your own. Because if you have ChatGPT write something and you have to edit 80% of it manually, that's not really saving you any time. But if you have ChatGPT draft something and you only need to edit 10 to 20% of it, that is going to save you a lot of time and effort and typing. And as a quick example, we'll look at just the last section here where it's providing a final CTA to grab my free prompt list. And it did a decent job of this, but it didn't specify that you need to follow the link in the description in order to get my free prompt list. And obviously that's on me. I didn't tell ChatGPT to include that part, but now I can do that very easily like this. So I just wrote, rewrite the last section to mention that viewers can get my prompt list by following the link in the description of the video. And it just did exactly that. It basically wrote almost the exact same thing, but it included follow the link in the description to download your copy. And one other thing that I want to mention here is even if you're not a professional writer, so you might not know, for example, linguistic language to use in order to get ChatGPT to make the corrections that you want, but you actually don't need that. So for example, if you're writing a piece of marketing copy and you're reading it and you're thinking to yourself, I think this could be better if it was a little bit more convincing by playing on emotions more, you don't have to know the precise copywriting language to use. You can just tell ChatGPT, make this more convincing by using more emotional language, or add an emotional argument to this. Like if it's being like, if you had it write a piece of marketing copy, like an ad copy, and it's very logical and it's only appealing to the logical reasons that someone would want the product, you might want to add some emotional reasons. And again, you don't need to be like a copywriter or a psychologist that knows all these specific terms. You can just say, make this copy 20% longer by adding more emotional resonance or something like that. And you might find that sometimes you get a really good result from that and other times you don't, but usually you just need to test the prompt a few times. So if you said, make this ad copy more emotionally driven and it overcompensated or it didn't do what you wanted, then you could just try using that prompt a different way. And the main thing I'm trying to communicate here is that you can really talk to ChatGPT like it's a human in a lot of ways. If you had your VA or a freelance writer or someone write something for you, think about how you would explain to them what you want it to sound like or what you want them to change about it, and just say that to ChatGPT. And you really don't need to get technical. You can quite literally just say, make this piece of writing feel more like this, or make it sound more like this. Like when I'm reading this copy, I want to feel aspirational, or when I'm reading this copy, I want it to make me think of my favorite movie or something like that. You don't even need to know exactly what you want it to do. You can just tell it how you want to feel when you're reading the copy and test that a few different ways, and you can get some really good results from that. All right, that's going to do it for this video. Remember to follow the link in the description to get your copy of my ChatGPT marketing prompts list. I'm going to add this YouTube script writing prompt to the list right down here. And if you have any questions or you want to request a future tutorial about ChatGPT or writing or marketing, leave me a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.